make it. So I'll just play you this little intro and then a bit of the verse. So. And then it goes, I want to live, I want to give. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. It's these expressions I never give. And then it goes, that keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting older. So it's quite a nice tune. I don't know if you noticed there I was using the buskers chords like this. And then there was one more. So what we might do is just go over them chords first. I'm just going to mute you both. We'll go over them chords and then we'll piece it together. Okay. So we have an E minor. So what we'll do actually first, we'll just put our third and fourth finger on these strings here. And then the E minor is placing these on the fifth and fourth string, so there. Yeah. And then for the D, you can bring that first finger down to the third string. And you can actually, if you want to do just a normal D there, you can do. So let's go back to the E minor. Put your little finger on. And that's it. And then let's go to the G. So move your second finger up to the thing. That's it. So they are good to move about with these chords. And then we have a C add 9, which is going to be just moving these first two fingers down. See that? So from the G. So practice moving from the G to the C add 9. So on the chart it just says C, but we're going to do our C like this, C add 9. Okay. Alright. So let's just see if we can just strum a tiny bit of the verse, do you know, just before we do that intro. So it's 2 strums on the E minor. 2 strums on the C add 9, 2 strums on the D, and 2 strums on the G. That's good, that. Yeah, so do that again. E minor, 2 strums, C add 9, 2 strums, and then D, and then C add 9. Sorry, G. Okay. So yeah, good keeping them 2 fingers down. If you're on the only one you could lift your little finger up on is the D, just your little finger. When you come to that D, you can get away with coming out of that buskers thing. Okay, so let's see if we can play that together. So from the E minor, I'm going to count you in, and we're going to do it nice and slow. We're just going to do 2 strums on each, so it's going to be like E minor, then C add 9, and then D, and then G. That's it. So instead of doing 2 fast strums and then changing 2 fast strums, we're just going to keep the strum constant like that, but nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, E minor. Then to C add 9, D, and then G. So E minor, 1, 2, C, 1, 2, D, and G. Okay, so now you've got the changes pretty good. Stuart, how was your changes? Because I can see Victoria's fingers, they're good. Is that sounding pretty good for you? Yeah. Alright, so what we want to do now is it's in 6/8. So that 1, 2 is actually 1 E and a 2 E and a. So there's pretty much 8 strums just for them 2 beats. So you got 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E. So E minor, C, 1 E and a 2 to D, G, E minor, D, C, sorry, D. So you need to get that 1 E and a 2 E and a. Okay. So I'm going to give that a little listen. Victoria, do you want to go first? If you unmute your video and start with the E minor, 1 E and a 2 E and a. Alright, so starting the E minor again, then the C. That's it. Oh, so at the moment you're going dum, but it needs to be 1 E and a 2 E and a on each chord. Ah, wait there. Yeah, you're changing. You're going like. Listen to me. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3. Listen, 1 E and a, 2 E and a on each chord. So you, E minor, 1 E and keep on the E minor, 1 E and a, 2 E and a. Yeah, so don't have a gap in between that. You're not moving the chord, so you can go 1 E and a, 2 E and a. That's it. Go and do that again. And see, 1 E and a, 2 E and a. Excellent. Excellent. We're getting there with it. Nice one. So for you, it's just slowing down and getting rid of the gaps, really, like we did last week. Go on, nice one, Stuart. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, then move chord.
Hold on. Does it go 1 E and a?
1 E and a, 2 E and a.
And on a D or a C.
See. You're going da 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 da. It needs to be 1 E and a, 2 E and a. Alright, okay, good. The thing is, you're leaving out the strums, which is good. So you're going 1 E and a, 2 E and a, which is good, yeah. Just try it one more time from the E minor. See? Okay, so just strum me the E minor once, just a single strum. Go on, do it again. Oh, I think it's your... Have you got your original... Are you on an iPad or...
I'm on my tablet, yeah.
Have you got original sound option on it?
What's that?
Oh, have we never done that?
No.
Alright. It's tablets and phones are quite funny. They cut off anything that's not a voice.
All right.
So on a laptop or a PC, you can turn it off, the setting, but if you talk when you're doing it, I can hear it.
Can you hear me when I talk? All right then.
So
right. So that's it. Is it that bit though? No, it's not. Is it?
You got to go into all the settings and that.
Oh, I'm not good at computers.
Yeah. Go on, just do as an E minor strum, and then C add 9. Ah, yeah, that's it. D, G, lovely. Okay, the thing that was throwing me off before, I know what it is now, is when you did your C add 9, and this goes with anyone learning these chords. You've got to always, the deepest note has got to be the name of the chord. So see, this is a C.
Yeah.
So you were catching the open E. So to me, your E minor to your C add 9 sounded really similar. So you got to be using your thumb to cut off that C add 9.
Yeah.
Do you mute it? That's it. And if you do your C add 9 now, There, that sounds like a C add 9 now.
Ah, right, okay.
Not like an E minor. Okay. But that's alright. I never normally introduce muting till a bit down the line because it's thrown another complication onto what already is a very complicated thing to do, so. Alright, let's have a look if we can do this together. I'll mute you there, Stuart. So E minor. What I want to do is just get this hand on automatic pilot. 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a... Just get that going. Then we'll go E minor. You ready? Let's do it now. 1 E and a 2 E and then C. D. 1 E and G. E minor. Again, after 4, 1 E and a 2 E. You ready? E minor. C add 9. D. G. So it's about piecing together, keeping your hand constantly going, doing the change and getting all the strums in. So there's a fair bit to it. Well, Stuart's disappeared. I think it's his internet connection. And we're down to just the two of us. Alright. So that goes around 3 times there. So what we could do is we could just, while we're learning it, you know how to implement the 16ths, the 1 E and a 2 E, but just while we're learning it, we're just going to do 2 strums on each, just to get through the verse, okay? And if you look at this E minor, it's got 4, and then this G has got 4. So the last line there, the 4th line, sorry, the 4th line is slightly different. All right, let's see where Stuart is. See if he's coming back in. All right, let's go from the E minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, E minor, and then C, D. I want to give E minor. I've been C add 9 minor for D, a heart, G of gold. E minor is the C expressions. D. I'll never give. E minor for 4 now. It keeps me searching. G for a heart of gold. Okay. Nice one. So the next one here is C for 4 and then C for 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2. And if you notice, this G has a little like minus sign next to it. So that means you're cutting. So it goes, this here goes 1, 2 and. See that? It comes in just before the 3. Because normally you go 1, 2 and then G would be 3, 4. But this goes 1, 2 and G comes in just before the 3. So 1, 2 and 3, 4. So see, 1, 2 and 3, 4. So you're jumping in with the G a bit early. I'm just going to text Stuart. Got the circle of doom, he says. Okay. Right. His computer's crashing. Okay. So I tell you what, Victoria, just unmute there. I'm going to hear you do this 6, but when you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go 1, 2, and 3, 4.
Okay.
Right, okay.
So C.
That's it.
So someone told me that a C add 9 is a squashed G.
The C add 9 is a squash D.
A
I can
squashed
see
G.
what they mean, because if you think of a G and you bring it down, it's like a bit more squished together. Yeah.
So
That's it, yeah. Excellent, nice one. So you almost feel with that G you're cutting in a little bit too soon, but that's how it's meant to be played. Oh, here he is now.
I was doing C add 9 earlier on Wish You Were Here.
Oh yeah, that's got C add 9, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Quite a lot of songs have it, even though it's an easy way of playing it, it actually sounds pretty decent. You know what I mean? Let's get Stuart's video. So the only bit you missed here, Stuart, was E minor for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. G for 4. 1. We've gone back to the single strums now. We come off the 16ths. You can work on that in your own time. So we're just doing straightforward 1, 2, 3, keeping it simple. And then this second line, if you can see, the C goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Do a C add 9, by the way. And then there's another 2 beats of C. But then on this G, you come in a little bit soon. So this line here, if I play it for you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. So the G comes in on the and, so 1, 2, and 3, 4. I just want to count that with you, so we're going to count it together. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Do that with me. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So on the and, you move to G. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay. So let's piece together this this verse. So E minor 2 strums, just nice and slow like this. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want to see a 9 D. I want to give G. E minor. I've been C, a minor for D, a high G of gold. E minor is the C expressions D, and G never give. E minor that keeps me searching for G, a heart of gold. C add 9. And I'm getting on 2 more C's. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So that end 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay. Right. Let's just have a little go at verse 2. If you notice at the end of the verse, it does that E minor G C thing twice. It does this twice here. Alright, let's go from the E minor here. 2 strums. 1, 2, 3, 4, E minor. I've been to Hollywood D. I've been G, Redwood, E minor. I've crossed, say, the ocean for D, a heart of gold G. E minor. I've been in my mind D. It's such a fine time. E minor. That keeps me searching for G, a heart of gold. See, I'm 9. And I'm getting old. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. E minor. That keeps me searching for G, a heart of gold. C add 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay. So pretty much that's it. So we're gonna have a little go at the little intro, which is pretty cool to do. So it's the E minor. Well, this E minor with these 2 on is actually called an E minor 7. So that's the technical term. Just like this C here is a C add 9. They have more specific technical terms, these type of chords. So what you do is this, is you pluck on the E minor 7, you pluck the 6th string, like that, just on its own. And then you go 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. So keeping the chord on, you just put that 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the 1 is actually just plucking that note on its own. So it goes 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's do that together. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Ready? One more time. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so I'm going to show you what that looks like on the music, so hopefully it makes a bit more sense now. You can see you got the 0 there. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and then you've got 2 Ds here. D, D, and then 1 back to an E minor. And then you have this little riff, which is on the 5th string it goes 0, 2 hammer. And on the 4th string it goes 0, 4. So putting that bar together with the D, 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 E minor. So D, D, E minor. So make sure when you get your hammer, you put that 5th and you hammer it down. You don't want to place it down. See, that cuts the note off. It's got to be. You've got to be hearing that too. Okay. So piecing that all together goes like this. It goes. Okay, so let's have a little listen to that. Stuart, do you want to go first? So starting on the E minor, plucking the 6th string on its own. That's it. And then D, D, E minor.
And then it's all. Sorry.
Did you do an E minor chord there? That's it. And then you got do 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 do. Ah, the next one isn't a hammer on, if you see. See, it's only the first one that's a hammer. It goes da 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 da.
Ah, right.
Yeah, don't hammer that 2 on. That last 2.
Can't tell me.
So it goes. Oh, sorry. Two. There you go. Bit of a delay, but we got there.
You did though.
It's like you got to put 10p in the slot at that last point.
No.
Nice one. That's good. That. Victoria. Let's have a listen. Dum ja 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 D D E minor. That's it. Do that very last bit again. Do 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 do. Yeah, nice. That's it.
Sounds like Wish You Were Here.
Yeah, yeah. You can hear the similarities. Same chords with that hammering. Same little hammer on, and you'll notice a lot of songs. Oh, that reminds me of that one. That reminds me of that one. A lot of songs do use the same things. But yeah, I think that's enough on that song. We've got our little intro. I'll show you what it looks like. You've got then this harmonica intro, which plays them set of chords we did in the verse 3 times. Then it does the little intro again, but this time just once. The first time is twice. You see big times 2. and then it goes straight into the verse. And then at the end of the verse it says harmonica intro again, so you got to go to that harmonica intro there. All right.
Does it tell us on the thing about the 1 and
16.
2 and yeah?
16th strumming, no it doesn't. I will write 16th strumming on that. So anything 16th strumming, 1E and a 2E and a... Anything 8s is 1 and 2 and 3 and... Okay. So I'll write that on there. Okay, so let's have a little look at... we could have a little go at a Pink Floyd song. Do you know Brain Damage? Stuart, have we done that before? Did you want to have a recap over it? Or do you want to try something new? Unmute yourself.
That was a finger.
Yeah.
That finger strumming one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Would you like to recap
Yeah,
over
go on,
it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, so it goes like this. The lunatics are in the grass. The lunatics in the grass. Remembering games and daisy chains and laughs. Got to keep the lunas on the path. So it's kind of cool. It's something called Travis picking, which is like a country and western picking, like. So it's only a pattern that you sort of learn, and then you just keep repeating it. And once you've learned the pattern, you can apply it to any song you do. If you want to change it up into a country feel, you can apply the Travis picking. So it's a really great one, that. And if you were to listen to the record, you probably struggle to even hear that. It's only because he played it on an interview and he said this is what he was doing. So it's very low in the mix and it's got loads of effects on it, so you can't really hear it, but that's what he's playing, and I think it sounds pretty cool as well. So let's have a look at the chords really to begin with. So we got a D chord. Da-na-na-na. Okay. Nice and easy there. We'll do the chords and then we'll do the actual the picking pattern. I'm going to just mute you both there, by the way. And then we're going to go to a G over D. So this is a nice easy chord, this. See your first fingers just on the first fret, first string, and you're strumming from the fourth string. That has got to be one of the easiest chords you're going to do. So we're going to play a D again. There. That's it. And then you're going to do... Oh, wait there. The G7 again. Over D. So that's your one finger there. That's it. In the glass. And then we're going to go back to a D here. Just a standard D chord. Remembering games. And then we go to this... oh wait, what is it called? Here. E over D. So you can see it's the D chord, but you moved it up 2 frets. So it starts on the 4th fret. So that's it. That's it. And daisy chains and laps. And then we've got an A7 over E. These sound fancy, these chords, but just ignore the name and just learn the shape. So you can play a standard A and put your little finger there, or on this chart I'm using one finger to, so I'll show you the options there. I use one finger here and put one finger there to get that. If you find that kind of hard, there's nothing up with this. I think my video's a bit out of focus, so just give us a second. So you got that one. So you got a standard A, but with your little finger on that first string. And that's a D. Okay. So after me, do a strum of D. The lunatics, and then your one finger there is in the grass. back to the D. The lunatics, back to that other one, is in the grass. Back to the D now. Remembering gaze, then move it up 2 steps like that. And daisy chains and laughs. And then the A with the 7 on, little finger on that. That's it. Got to find, and then to a D. It's on the path. Okay, so that's the sequence you're going to work with. When you are doing that D to the E over D, see this one that moves up. If you watch my fingers, watch this. They don't break down in formation. They keep the shape. Okay, so keep the shape, move it up. That's it. I know sometimes your fingers can defy you when you're telling them to stop. So in essence, what I do is I just lift my fingers, but they're still touching the strings, and then move it over. Because I don't know if you ever heard this on recordings. Have you heard that sort of squeaky noise on guitar? You must have heard it before. And that's what's happening when they're doing changes like that. They're not lifting the fingers totally off and doing that. They're like rolling the fingers across the strings, so it gives a squeaky sound. Okay. Right, so let's just do then chords one more time before we do the pattern. So D, da-na-na-na, G7 over D, da-na-da. That's it, back to D. Da-na-na-na, da-da-na-na. Back to D. Remembering gaze, then move it up 2 steps. And daisy chains and laughs. A7. Got to keep the lunas on the path. D. Okay. Excellent. Right. Hopefully you got the chord change now. Now we got to work on the pattern. So this is taking out your... you don't need your plectrum for this. We're going to use our thumb on the 4th string, and we're going to use our thumb and index finger, so just these two fingers. Okay, so that's what we're going to use. And when we learn this, we're going to do it on the easy chord. Do you know this one? We're going to learn it with just that one finger on there, because if you're learning it and keeping that pattern on, it could strain your hands. So we'll just do it on the easy chord. Right, so we have all these shapes here, but we have, this is the pattern here. Okay, so you see what this is saying here, anything with a red dot and a T in it is your thumb. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is pinch the 4th string and the 1st string together. So on that 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, oh sorry, again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. One more time, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay. So the next one is on beat 2, so 1 and 2. So you're going to be using your thumb to pluck the 3rd string. So you see how that's moving string. So it goes 1 and 2. You ready? Let's do that again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 okay. So we're just going to keep adding a beat on each time. So this next one is going to be your index finger on the 2nd string. So it's 1 and 2 and, yeah. So it goes 1 and 2 and 3. Ready again? 1 and 2 and 3. 4. Again. 1 and 2. Oh, sorry. 1 and 2 and 3. 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and. Yeah, so the 2 and has got to be a bit quicker. Don't go 1, 2 and. Yeah, don't go like that. Go 1, 2 and. 1, 2 and. That's it. So the 2 and the and are quicker. That's it. So it goes 1, 2 and. Again. 1, 2 and. Again. 1, 2 and. Okay. So the third beat is going to be your thumb on the 4th string, and it goes 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. With your thumb's going to be on that 4th string. That's it. So together, 1, 2 and 3. Again, 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. Again, 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. Yeah, and it'll do you some good to be counting this when you're doing it, because normally your fingers do what your mouth says, you know. So here we've got on the 1st string, that's on the and of 3, so 3 and. So that's the 1st string, so we'll do that together. So it goes 1, 2 and 3 and. 1, 2 and 3 and. Again. 1, 2 and 3 and. 1, 2 and 3 and. One more time. 1, 2 and 3 and. Okay, so the last beat to do is on the 4th beat, and it's your thumb on the 3rd string. So it's 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So go on, try that. That's it, yeah? Good. So I'm going to play it to you slow, how we've been learning it, which is the way to do it. I'll try it with a D chord, and then I'm going to show you gradually quicker and then up to speed, so you can see where you're starting from and where you've got to get to. So you got 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3. And watch, I'll go a bit quicker. 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and bit quicker. So you can see that it's just a little pattern you just got to keep repeating, and you can eventually get that quick. Stuart, let's have a little listen. If you want to unmute, Stuart. You could do it on the D chord now if you want. So together.
Don't sing the one that I'm.
Yeah, do that one. Lovely. Do you think you can count it as well at the same time? So 1, 2 and 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
Do it a couple of times.
2 and 3 and 4.
Again.
1, 2 and 3 and 4.
Oh, Nick, the timing was right, but you hit the wrong strings at the end.
Yeah.
Go on, do that again.
1, 2, 3 and 4.
Lovely, yeah, that's it. All you got to do is keep repeating it. Let's try it with a different chord now. You've mastered it on that one.
Yeah.
So let's try on just a standard D chord. So 1, 2 and 3 and 4.
1. My fingers have gone cramping now, Dave.
Yeah.
1, 2 and 3 and 4.
Yes. Excellent. Yeah, nice. How's that feel?
All right.
It's pretty decent, that.
Mm.
Yeah, well done, Victoria. So count it while you're saying it. Lovely, yeah. Do it again. Lovely. Let's try it on the next chord. The one with one finger on the first fret. That's it.
Hold on.
Yeah. So do the counting. That's it. So when you come to do this yourself, like the biggest mistake people have is just playing every note the same. They might go. So you got to say before you do it, you got to go 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Because the 1 to the 2 is a bigger gap. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So if you say that 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So you can go 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. If I didn't have that, it'd be 1. See, it doesn't sound quite right. And that tends to what happens as a mistake at the start. So listen. So between 1 and 2, there's quite a big gap of pause. So I'm not saying you were doing it wrong. I'm just trying to anticipate pitfalls of people get it right and then they make these same little mistakes. So if you could see in this chart here, this has got your chords now. So for each one of these D from a line to a line is one of these patterns. So this pattern on the D has to happen twice. So if you listen, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then to the G7 over D, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, back to the D, and then back to G7 over D, and then the third line is D, and then we move it up 2 frets, A7 over E, and then D. And you can see how the pattern really is just that one pattern. You don't have to go out of that. Yeah, are you familiar with this song, Victoria?
I absolutely love this song.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I love Pink Floyd.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you said that because I weren't sure if you even knew it. I was like, I should have asked you. But yeah, it's one of my favourite albums ever, as it is probably with most people. It's truly amazing, isn't it? Yeah. So did you want to have a little go at the whole thing? Do you think you could do it? So
try.
you start on the D and do your 1, 2, and 3, and 4 twice. And then G over E. I think you're frozen a little bit. You've either frozen or you're stuck on one note. Oh, I can see you now. Go on, try it again. I think you froze for a second.
Okay.
So 1, 2, and 3, and 4.
Oh,
1, 2, and then to the G7. And back to the D. And then the G7 over D. And then back to the D, the third line down. And then move it up 2 frets to the E over D. That's it. Give your hands a break, Stuart. Give them a minute. And then the A7 over E.
Right?
Yeah, 2 lots of them as well. And then to the D. Excellent, nice one. Good achievement. Yes, we got through it. Brilliant. How's that feel?
Great. I'm going to
Yeah.
practice that all day long.
I have got a tuition video just on this track as well, so
Is it on YouTube?
yeah, it's on my little
Oh,
channel. So
I'll
let's
find
have a
it.
listen, Stuart. So D.
Oh,
So there. Just hang on a second. You've gone duh 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 duh. It needs to be duh 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 duh. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. That's it.
and G7 over D.
Yeah.
That one.
Back to the D. And G7 over D. D. Third line down.
Oh, D again.
And then E over D, so shift it up 2 frets. And then the A7 over E.
Which is that one again.
It's the one where you do an A chord and put your little finger on the first string, 3rd fret. That's it.
Not quite like that though.
Lovely. And then D. Yeah. My only problem with doing that chord Victoria, how you did it and Stuart did it then, when you're placing all 4 fingers on, what happens is, see this first finger?
Yeah.
It's at the back of the fret. See, it's there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be...
Mm.
See, it's buzzy. So that's why I do like pushing all my that finger up against all them frets there and getting that. You got to get them all in a flat line. Don't be hooky with your finger, and then place a finger on that. See how neat the notes seem? It can be a bit harder at first, but I can jump to that quick. So from there, like that, if you're jumping from there to this, I think that's quite a hard jump like that. It's easy to just do that. Lie your finger there for the A. See what I mean? Rather than all these 3 fingers, you just line it up there and do that. So maybe just work on that. There's 2 options there anyway. But I'm going to leave it there tonight. I think I've give your fingers enough of a workout. It's like going to the gym and doing an exercise but not having a break. Do you know what I mean? And these are like little muscles, so you do need to rest them and that. So, Stuart, how have you found tonight?
Sound good?
Yeah, good. You enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Excellent. We could just constantly do Pink Floyd songs if you want.
That's it. Let's do that from now on.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. Victoria, how have you found tonight?
Great. Yeah, I really enjoyed that second song. It's probably my second behind Wish You Were Here.
Ah, right. Good. That's good to know. Yeah, it's one of my favourites, yeah. All right, then. Nice to see you both, and I will see you both next week. All right. Have a nice rest of your week. Take care. Bye.